rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come in straight.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuail reported with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's up? What's up? What's up? We got some action. Got some action.
Got some fellas, yes we do.
Hey, yeah, we seen some Titans go at it tonight. Before we even get into what we got to talk about, who do you say? We know the 76ers walked away as the victors, but who do you say between the battle of the bigs? Who did that? You had like 32 from AD with 12 assists. 12 rebounds. And and then 38 from Embiid with 12 rebounds, 5 assists.
It's really
it depends because AD got most of his work in the second half.
Yeah, because he was sitting out with foul trouble in the first half.
AD got his work in the first half. Most of it. So
still, who had a better game?
He scored 20 in the first quarter, 25 in the first half. And then AD, I feel like if AD played the whole game, because Embiid played the whole game, and he still ended with what, 33 something?
38.
38. He had 25 in the first half. So in the second half, he came out and gave you another 13. Anthony Davis had 6 in the first half, 6 and 5. And B had 25 and 5.
But you got to think about it. It's more to basketball than just scoring. So he's out of the game for a reason.
Yeah, and B being able to, them calling them first 2 quick fouls out there, played a part in the game overall. And I think Embiid got the win, and he got him in foul trouble. So I'm gonna give it to Embiid because he had a monstrous first half, and he was out there putting work in. That's why he got him in foul trouble.
Now, this is what I will say: AD didn't disappoint.
Oh no,
you know we've been waiting.
In foul trouble. It's a different game.
We've been waiting for AD to, you know what I'm saying, go against somebody else, and we just saw it. And he ain't disappoint. So hey, AD, keep doing your thing. Now let's get to it, Pat. Let's get to it.
No, it's all right. First topic. Catching up into we reaching the Christmas date, you know. So who y'all got as y'all top 3 coaches of the year candidates so far?
We're gonna start with you.
Well, obviously Jason Kidd.
Kidd, okay.
He doing work for the Mavericks. You know, we making it work. With the limited talent that we have, he putting pieces together, allowing people to shine as best as they can and getting the wins. And surprisingly, we beating the good teams. So I got to give it to not only Luka, but, you know, that's Jason Kidd. So
why do you keep saying that?
Kidd. What?
Why do you keep saying y'all beating the good teams? Y'all just got y'all ass whooped at the end of November playing the good teams. Like, shut up talking about y'all beating the good
teams. We just beat 2 good teams back to back, and we finna beat the Bucks. We finna beat the Bucks, and we just beat 2 good teams. We beat 2-time MVP Nuggets, and we just blew the Suns out. And we beat the defending champs.
But the good teams are also mopping you too. So shut up.
Who?
Y'all are negative to the good teams. The Raptors beat y'all. The Celtics beat y'all.
That's
the Bucks beat y'all.
The Celtics is a good team. The Celtics is a good team with the Raptors.
The Raptors not a good team, even though they're
a playoff team every year.
Amongst the top with their best
team
player.
Every year.
With their best player out.
We're a playoff team every year.
Come on.
So you're a good team. So a good team have to beat a good team, right?
Like I say, the good teams are destroying y'all. So when you start
beating more,
when y'all start beating more of the good teams than losing to the good teams, you can make that statement. Until then, shut that shit up.
Ain't nobody beating destroying
the good
us.
Teams. Y'all getting smacked by the good teams.
Y'all getting smacked by everybody.
No, we not. We 50-50. We 50-50. Can't be getting smacked by everybody 50-50.
Y'all get smacked. But let me finish my 50-50. I gotta give it to the Cavs head coach, JB.
I bet you couldn't do what we do and still be where you at.
And give it to him.
I bet you couldn't.
The Cavs got new pieces, got a new team that they working with, and they balling, they winning. I give it to him, and then the best is probably the Celtics head coach, Joe. Gotta give it to him because they got a lot of stuff coming into the season with all that drama. Yeah, they got a good team though. I mean, you could have put any coach in there possibly, and they may not necessarily be winning as much as they is, but they still be winning no matter who the coach. But for them to be balling like that, definitely. That'll be my top thing.
I'm gonna give it to the Celtics head coach, of course. I'm gonna give it to the Jazz head coach, and
Go ahead, say Mavs.
I have to. I wanna say. I want to give it to the Clippers. Give it to I can't. What's his name? Tyronn Lue. For consistency, being able to keep a winning without knowing what you have. At least some people be having one star in, one star out. He been playing with backups of most of the year, in and out, one player, year in and out. And he keeps the boat moving. So I'm gonna keep giving it to him because no Kawhi, no Paul George seem to be no problem. He'll still compete. He get his guys ready to play. So them three for me.
So you said, Teddy, you said the Mavs, the Cavs, and who else? Celtics. Quell, you said
Celtics, Jazz, and Clippers, coach.
Celtics, Jazz, and Clippers. I'm going to go the Pacers. Got to give it to the Pacers. Nobody expected the Pacers to be where they are. You know, when you look at the Jazz, you could say the same thing, but when you look deep into the Jazz, you could be like, they got a bunch of people who was putting up some numbers. You know what I'm saying? They just battled injuries and they got points to prove. On the Pacers, you got a bunch of young guys who are unproven, and they coming in proven. I'm going to give it to who else can I give it to? Trying to think. I'm going to have to give it to it's kind of tough. I'm going to give it to the Cavs. You know, year one, y'all doing y'all thing, and y'all making noise. And it ain't like they just got the best talent in the world or had this whole roster shift. So you really got to know, and even if you got the best talent in the world, you look at a team like the Nets, you got to know how to put it together. So, and that's not even what they have, the best talent in the world. They got some dope talent, I put it that way. You know what I'm saying? And then they got bigs who aren't even big name bigs. You know, they are not going to be amongst the best bigs in the league. So, and then Jared Allen. And Evan Mobley. You know what I'm saying? They don't have like the top guards or the top wings or the top bigs. And look what they doing. That's what I'm saying. And it's their first year for like with D Mitch. And then of course I gotta go to the Celtics. Everybody, you know, the top question was how are they gonna bounce back? And they are the best team in the league right now, and they show it night in, night out. And just because they lose the game, but Jayson Tatum, you know, has a horrible shooting game or whatever, you know, that doesn't mean that they ain't doing that. They got the best record in the league. And when you see them play the best teams, not like what Teddy be talking about the Mavs, they beat the best teams. They beat the teams. You know what I'm saying? If you put them, look at their record and them going against all the best teams in the league, they have more wins than losses, unlike the Mavs. So Celtics, Cavs, and the Pacers. That's what I'm going with. Celtics, Cavs, and the Pacers.
All right. Since we are talking about the Celtics. Does Jaylen Brown performance impact Jayson Tatum chances at winning MVP?
I don't know, Quill. You start this one off because this is how we ended the last episode.
No, it won't. I feel like both of them being in that MVP category is healthy for them. Because we think back, okay, you take 1 year back, they were MVP. I mean, they were in the finals, right?
Yeah.
We take 2 years back. They got put out on the Eastern Conference. We take 1 year before that, people was talking about splitting them up because they can't play together. So from what they have become right now, nah, they push each other. They done figured out how to win together, how to play together. He needs that other person. A lot of their decision making is a lot quicker now, a lot faster now. Where last year it was a lot of figuring it out in that finals, but they didn't. I feel like that finals run then unlocked some. Nah, I feel like if Tatum win, it's because Jaylen Brown playing the way he played. And if Jaylen Brown even get to where he gonna win, it's because they playing. They both need them. They dominate together. You don't even see that a lot. They dominate together, bro. You don't see that with everybody. You had McCollum and what's his name couldn't dominate at the same time like that. It's rare that people gonna dominate together. They 30 and 30 on the same nights. So nah.
Kind of like Kobe and Shaq back in.
Yeah, it's rare that you got
but
people
they
that
play
dominate together.
They play the same game though. Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah, like you don't have a big man and then a guard. You don't have you got two people that play like same damn length, all of that. They hard. Like them boys hard.
What you say, Ted?
I wouldn't say it would affect him from getting it. JT do just a little bit more, so I can see why he be more the front runner of being MVP. I don't think it affected.
Okay. So, because I remember as we was ending last episode, we talked about it and I said, no, JT gonna still be, when they release the results for the week, JT gonna still be. Quill was saying Luka because Luka numbers with the triple doubles. Teddy was saying it can't, most likely won't be Luka because he got to have consistency behind winning. So I wanted to go ahead and revisit that and show what this week is looking like for the MVP race. So here we go. We got JT at number one. I said JT gonna stay at that number one because they winning. And let me read this to you because it's key. That very last sentence is key. Expect the rematch of the 2022 NBA Finals on Saturday at Golden State to look different than what we saw back in May because the Tatum we're seeing now isn't the same guy that ran out of gas down the stretch last season. He's on a mission and provided more evidence of that Wednesday in leading Boston to his second largest margin of victory, 27 points of the season, and a 125-98 trouncing of the Suns and fellow MVP candidate Devin Booker. The Celtics are now 14-4 this season with Tatum and Brown each scored 20 points or more. Boston is also 10-2 this season against teams that are 50 or 500 or better. Those are the good teams we talking about. They are 10-2 against those teams. So I had to go back and revisit what I just said because dude over here be saying they be beating the good teams. No, you don't. You be getting smacked by the good teams. They wouldn't say the same thing about yours. But yes, JT is still at top for MVP, and I think he gonna stay that way until they start losing. That's what's gonna change that. Until they start losing, because that man is balling.
I don't see them start losing. I don't see them starting to lose with them playing like that.
Yeah. Only thing I say though, for real, JT ran out of gas last year because they didn't have a real leader on that team to say, hey, come out the game. We're gonna need you when it counts the most. Because if you looked every second half, JT and JB were playing damn near the whole third quarter and the whole fourth quarter. And it's like your legs are going to get tired. That's why anytime in the fourth quarter, when you go back and you look, their efficiency dropped, the amount of shots they took dropped, and it was because they were tired. You know what I'm saying? They were tired. So, JT, you got to make sure you prepare for those games. You got to know when to come out the game because at a certain point, your team really will need you. And if you got any hopes in beating us, you're going to need to come out that damn game.
Oh, listen, they get scary because they got Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. And when Gallinari get healthy and he can really take, both of them can take time off, but they really got scoring off the bench.
Bro, I don't think Gallinari going to be a factor this year. Because I don't think he come back until like March.
Shit, all right. He scores. Shooters gonna.
But
shoot,
he's
man.
gonna have to get in rhythm and yeah. So and that's his earliest, return date. So something can happen or whatever. I'm not gonna wound like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I don't see it hurt. I don't see JB hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? It was like that one year when I forget what team that was. It had like three people in the race for MVP. Oh, last year you had like Chris Paul. You had Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Was it that in the race for MVP? But I don't think it's gonna hurt him. Only way to hurt him is if it's production lessons, and I don't see that. They not competing for who better. They going out to win that cheddar. So that's what it is. JT gonna be up top, 3-1-4 in the building. Hey Ted, we still here. I know you locked in because your team losing now.
Oh yeah, with it. Oh yeah, with it. What's next?
1 point.
All I said, I see you locked in because y'all losing. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby.
Next topic. CP3's return. How do y'all feel it was? Scale of 1 to 10. What was you expecting from CP3?
Fo.
The 4 Wendy's.
Hey, was he giving us a Hardy special?
I mean, he made up for it tonight, even though
we ain't talking
about
tonight. We ain't talking about tonight.
Fo.
I didn't expect him to score. I didn't expect him to rebound. I expected more assists, even in the 24, 25 minutes he played. Yeah. Because like that's his game. That's what he do. So I was expecting a little more from that, but
listen, CP3, even though he had a good game tonight, it's gonna take him a couple games to get them legs back under the old man. That first game, he still was stretching in that first game. He ain't gonna be stretched out to game 5, so he gotta rev it back up. So that his return was, he looked like he was coming off an injury. He looked like he ain't played basketball in a minute. Doesn't look like he was moving at the same speed as everybody. But hey, fo.
I say when I was looking at that game, they were going crazy. He was running down on the fast break. He threw the ball out like this and fake pass and dropped it. And then that was it.
He had one highlight in it.
Bro, that's like when Lonzo was coming before he was in the league. It was rookie, he was coming in as a rookie, and Lonzo would do a tip pass off a rebound to somebody to get in and score. They're like, I'm like, Brown did that last Saturday. What are we talking about? Like, quit over exaggerating this shit. And then I go and see that man at the end of the game. I'm like, this all you did, Chris? You could have stayed your ass to recover. You could have went back to rehab for this shit. They should have sent you to the G League to bring you back. So, am I shocked it happened that way? No. But was it ugly? Yeah. So on the 1 to 10, because y'all ain't answered that. On the 1 to 10, I give them a 2, and you get an automatic 2.
I give him a 4.
Definitely get a 4 for the 4.
Hey, you get a 2, and that's just for showing up. You get 1 for showing up. You get 2 for being in the right place at the right time. That's what he got. I call it booty.
What'd you give him?
You're in there 4 for 4.
Unlike in the Celtics, Chris Paul return will take Booker out of the MVP because Booker ain't seen a 30-point game since they said he might be back in the week. He been playing ass since he been in practice.
Cheeks.
Unlike that, Booker don't know how to play with another star.
Well, let's talk about the Pelicans. Boy, them boys on the top. Are y'all shocked that they're the top team in the West? Yes, because it's kind of a quiet come up. Yes, like the Jazz started off the season making a lot of noise. We was all like, dang, look at the Jazz. And then the Suns came back and the Suns did their thing. It's just a lot of headlines in the West, because even the Blazers was doing their thing until went down and stuff. So it's like the Pelicans kind of snuck in there because they lost Bi, they lost
They
Zion
lost
for a couple of
Zion,
games.
McCollum, Herbert
So
Jones.
it's definitely a surprise. Like, wow. And then they just gave the Suns that work. So they doing what they're supposed to do. It's definitely a surprise though.
But they have enough. They have enough talent in every position that if they lose a McCollum and this Bi, Valanciunas, and Zion there, they okay. They lose Zion and it's McCollum, Bi, and Valanciunas there, and Herbert Jones. They okay. They lose two of them, they got two of them. They lose three, they got one that can go. Every one of their ones can go get you 20. Valanciunas can get you 20. Bi can get you. McCollum can get you, and Zion. So they have a good problem, and when they all healthy, it's a good ass team. Like, yeah.
So when I look at it, you would think like the Suns, how they were up number one. The Warriors, a lot of people would have picked them to be number one at the beginning of the season. People thought maybe even the Clippers would be there because they got all them old man Rivers over there and coming back. So to see the Pelicans, like you would have thought the Pelicans would have been around this area and potentially right here. So to see the Pelicans all the way up there, 17-8, best record in the West, got the third best record in the NBA. Hell yeah, that's shocking. Especially when you consider the fact Zion been out, Ingram been out, arguably their best defender has been out, McCollum's been out, and everybody's kind of having to fill in and get in there. So you got the Pels. And when I'm watching this, I started to think like, does this thrust Zion into the MVP candidacy? And it did. Zion is in the top 10. If I go back here and show you, let's go right here. We got Giannis at number 2, Luka number 3, Jokic number 4, Ja number 5, and then Zion Williamson number 10. And boy, Zion number 10. So, yeah.
Yeah, especially with them winning. Especially with them having that top spot. They get everybody back. Because what's the name? Bi not back.
He ain't
they get Bi back. They stay tops. They walking into everybody. They walk into every arena with a squad.
Don't let Bi come with his hair done. You know it's over.
Everybody else seem like they coming back from an injury. Every other team in the West, the teams that we thought, what's his name, down, Cat down, Baines down, Chris Paul just got back. Like, they might have it. We not winning. We up and down right now as far as winning go. Lakers LeBron just got back a couple of games ago. So it's like they hit the stride at the right time. They'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't healthy. Everybody coming back in the West. You can kind of catch teams slipping for a minute right now. You can catch teams one star down for the next week or two.
Next month.
Right. They can go run off in the West.
Me.
Yep. Let me slide into the next topic. Talk about them playoff teams. Which teams do y'all believe got legitimate shots in the playoffs? Want to do West Coast, East Coast?
So East Coast.
I got you. So pretty much, let me see. I'm gonna go. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead. So this is what we're looking at. So we got the East. So within this East, who do I say when they get down to the playoffs, who will not be in the top 10? I look at the East. I feel like the Bulls end up working things out. The Knicks will fall out. That's the one team in the East I feel like will not be in the playoff picture at the end of the season. The Knicks, I feel like the Bulls would be the way that the Bulls will come up and the Knicks will fall out. That's in the East for me. What do y'all think? Y'all need me to make it bigger?
Nah, I feel as
No,
though.
I think the Pacers will be lower than what they are.
But are they still gonna be in the playoffs though? Like the top 10?
I'm only looking. Yeah, they might replace what the Knicks are, but the Knicks gonna fall out completely. So I don't know who will come up. The Bulls may come up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna come up, of course, but I think the Pacers gonna fall to around 500 for the season.
Yeah.
And Miami gonna come up more. I think once they get all Butler, everybody all get back and start playing together, they'll win together. But you can't really count on people coming back.
Yeah.
Who hurt now? So
what you say, Ted? Ted, like he frozen. All right. All right, so let's go look at the West. When I look at the West, who looks illegitimate to me in the West? I'm gonna say honestly, this is how the West is gonna look. I think all these teams in that top 10 are gonna be the teams in the top 10. The order gonna change, of course, but those gonna be the teams in the top 10. Because if any team had the opportunity to fall off and be one of the worst teams, it was this team, the Clippers. It was the Clippers. So hold on.
both they boys back.
Let me
So
get them back in. Yeah. So what do you think about that?
yeah, in the West, I see the same thing. I don't see well, I actually can see the Pelicans being top 3 teams for the rest of the year. Top to bottom, 1 through 5, they got one of the best put together teams. They playing together, they winning together. But I do see Ja Morant and them being 1-2 for the rest of the season. So I see them being there. I see us coming up, but I feel like that's the West too. That's the West. Cat out for 2 months, too long. Lakers, you gonna have AD gonna have to play nuts. And
You're gonna have to stay healthy.
You're gonna have to stay healthy, play nuts, and you're gonna have to beat good playoff teams the rest of the year.
Because that's the thing.
Too long, you know what I'm saying?
I think in the Lakers last few games where they were winning, I need to go back and look at. I don't think they were playing like, teams like that.
Yeah, they only beat Giannis. Other than that,
oh yeah, they did do that one though. They did do that one. Yeah, because they beat Giannis and they beat the Wizards, but then they lost to the Cavs, the Raptors, and then the 76ers. So, like looking at how they closed out November, they lost to the Pacers. And I mean, like I said, they haven't really beat any of the good teams for real. Not like that. They got to win, so they kind of like the Mavs. They got to win versus the Bucks. Got them a rare win. But yeah, so now we looking at the picture in the West. Any teams you see in the West? Any teams you see in the West, Ted?
I feel like the Kings gonna fall out of it. I think they gonna fizzle out. And it's a mix between either the Lakers or the Timberwolves that's gonna sneak up in there and grab them bottom spots. All them bottom teams right now, it's gonna go up. I feel like the Lakers and the Timberwolves is gonna pull them Kings up out of there and them Clippers up out of there. Maybe it depends.
So what I said was all those top 10 teams, they're going to be the top 10 teams. The order going to change, but those going to be the top 10 teams. If any team had the opportunity to be one of the worst teams in the league, it was this team, the Clippers. They would have been all the way down there due to all the stuff going on with them, but they're still here. So I think this is the picture you're going to get. Cat being out, Minnesota's not going to get in there. Like we were just saying, the Lakers are going to have to start winning games, and actually they're going to run into a tough part of their schedule when they're kind of like y'all had in November towards the end and what y'all going to have in December. The Lakers are going to have a schedule like that. They're going to have to win games, and they're not going to be able to. And in order for them to even really enter the mix or to where we can entertain them, they got to start like AD has to remain healthy. He had the flu or whatever, flu-like symptoms. He missed a few games. He hurt his hand tonight. He still balled out, but health is always in mind, for AD. So I think this is what it looked like for the West. And before we go out too far, I knew I had slipped the name. Mike Brown. He was on the Warriors last year, right? As an assistant coach. We got to put his name in there, coach of the year. First year coaching, got a team that ain't made the playoffs, and I can't tell you how long, and they look damn good. They are beating any team that you can think of, for real, for real. They go in and beat any of these teams. So Mike Brown, we can't keep him off that list. So we got any kind of addition to alibi, Mike Brown, I'll go ahead and put Mike Brown in there for the Cavs.
And Willie Green with the Pelicans.
Yeah.
You got them to the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Time to talk about the Mavs.
Let's get on them Mavs. What we got?
What do they need to solidify their level of contention? What we need Kemba to show up and do what he's supposed to do, since we have so much faith in him to sign him. We need another person that can score the ball, that can make a play when Luka is not in the game. Luka cannot play 48 minutes night in and night out. You don't have to sit. Timmy is doing his thing right now. Knock on wood that don't fizzle out and stuff, but he's not a natural. He's not that it guy. He's just scoring right now, which is beautiful, and I like what he's doing. But we need somebody that can night in and night out make a play, make a bucket, basically do what Luka do. He ain't got to be on Luka's level, Mr. Triple Double, but we need somebody. We need a second superstar, because in this day and age, nobody doing it by themselves. We need somebody that can do it. So you ain't got to necessarily have a huge name and stuff like that, but we need superstars. We need all-stars. We need another person. We need help. We need that duo, that second person. They ain't necessarily got to be they can win without 7-footers. They can win without 6'10". Everybody in their team, the best players, 6'10" and less, under 6'10". So you don't necessarily got to be a big, but we need somebody that can run, gun, and make a play when Luka not on the floor, and while Luka on the floor. So,
what you say, Quill?
Yeah, same thing. Consistency, playing together, staying together. That's gonna get them better, and just getting back healthy. Get the rest of some of these players back healthy. Get them back in shape. You got Frank Nicolino on the bench, JaVale McGee on the bench, David Bertans on the bench. You got shooting. You got depth on the bench that could help. Like especially JaVale, you got some things that they can do to help defensively, help offensively, help shooting wise. Just get healthy, get back. Because I don't think
them role players that they can make a small difference, but to actually win, to beat the Grizzlies, to beat the Warriors,
2 games away from the finals.
Yeah, but we need somebody to get over that hump. You need a second person. Y'all
need to play together. Y'all gonna keep trading players and never get a whole season together. Never get 2-3 seasons put together. Ain't nobody really. Y'all need to get a core of people and keep them together. That's what y'all need. Y'all need to grow some people instead of just trying to buy some people. That's y'all problem. Y'all don't want to build nobody through the draft. Y'all got Luka and that's it. Y'all only other person y'all drafted, y'all sent them away. Y'all don't want to build nothing. Y'all just want to buy it right now. Y'all don't want to build a team around Luka that's young and grow with Luka. Y'all want Luka, then go bring me all the stuff. No, y'all need to put something together. Y'all ain't doing what the Celtics did, what the Warriors did, what the Rockets doing right now, what OKC doing. Y'all ain't doing what the Orlando doing. So when all these teams when they start rising on y'all y'all gonna be looking for veterans to come pay them and bring people in, and they gonna be the team.
I mean, we ain't
John
got
Morant
no choice really. We really ain't got no choice but to bring them in because it's like
got a billionaire owner.
We one of them teams where it's like unless we trade for picks, we too good to get them high draft picks and stuff like that and build it to grow a homegrown team like the Warriors and stuff. It's like we have to trade for picks.
Y'all wasn't the best team before y'all traded for Porzingis. Y'all were in the draft. That's how you got Luka. Y'all, as soon as y'all knew y'all was getting Luka, y'all wanted to go bing, 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 go buy this person, buy Porzingis, bring him in, bring this other person in. Let's see if we can go. Let's go get what's the big DeAndre Jordan. Let's bring him in. Y'all wanted to go get y'all don't want to build nothing. Y'all wanted to get one draft pick and let's go. Don't work like
we
that.
We
had to go get.
We got a golden child.
Get Clay, go get Dre. We had to go. They had to go get Tatum. They had to go get Brown. They had to build their teams. Y'all get one guy. I think y'all just found Jesus.
So this is what I say. This is what I say in the midst of all of y'all commotion. The Mavs have to make a statement in December, regardless of what we're talking about. We just seen what happened. We called it out in November. If the Mavs are going to solidify that they are real contenders, y'all got to come out against in December victorious. So when we look back in December, we say, oh, yeah, y'all did that against the Bucks. Oh, yeah, y'all did that against the Suns. Y'all did that against them. Like, we gotta say that throughout December. So if y'all exit December and we can say, okay, now y'all beating those good teams. Not y'all just had a good game against a good team and then another one against a good team. But what about them other 5-6 games where y'all was getting smacked up and down the damn court? If y'all make it out of December and how y'all start December is pretty much how y'all end December, then that's when we can say, okay, the Mavs, it's a team that you really got to take serious. That's what I say about that.
Right now, no Luka, no wins.
What we talk about at the beginning of the game in that first quarter? Now. He said he going dumb in that first quarter. What's gonna happen when he come out the game? And then what I said, Chris. I mean, Christian Woods came and had his foot on the gas for a good 3 minutes.
He did. I think that they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Or they gonna be Warriors, Warriors, Grizzlies, Pelicans.
And I'm still waiting to see that Zion Luka showdown. I ain't been able to see that
yet. Hey,
you gonna be
because they beat y'all without Zion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we finding our niche though. We finding our niche.
That's all we got for this episode. Make sure y'all drop down, comment, like, subscribe, share, get at us. It's been your boy Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuell. Top of the key, facts, opinions, and BS. Y'all know how we do
You
it.
patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confessions. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no sitting duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak.